The finale opens with Eleven, Hopper, Murray, and Callie returning to Hawkins' lab, to the same tank where everything began. The flashback to Brenner guiding Eleven in Season 1 is a reminder that this fight started with a child being used as a weapon, and it can only end if she refuses to be one. Hopper's promise to not pull her out early matters more than the bombs, the rifts, or the abyss. This time, Eleven isn't being forced into sacrifice. She is choosing when and how to fight. As the abyss inches toward Hawkins and the upside-down fractures, the show finally clarifies what Vecna really is. Through Henry's memories, we learn he wasn't simply corrupted. He accepted what found him. The exotic matter didn't just control him. It offered purpose, and Henry chose it. That revelation changes everything. Vecna isn't a victim of the Mind Flayer. He is the Mind Flayer. His lair isn't a base, it's his body. The threat was never a puppet master pulling strings. It was a man who embraced becoming a god. And that's why the hive mind works both ways. Hurting the monster hurts Henry. The kids finally understand they're not fighting an abstract evil. They're fighting a choice that keeps repeating itself. Holly leads the trapped children into Henry's most feared memory. The cave represents the one place Vecna cannot dominate, the moment that reminds him he was once small, afraid, and powerless. Holly choosing to run back for Derek, even when it risks everything, directly contrasts with Henry's defining choice. She doesn't justify cruelty, she protects. That difference matters. It proves the future isn't doomed to repeat the past unless someone lets it. Callie's belief that the cycle can only be broken through total destruction puts her at odds with Hopper and with Eleven. When she's mortally wounded, Callie accepts her fate without regret. She believes endings are supposed to hurt. Her death devastates Eleven, but it also clarifies something crucial. Callie believes sacrifice is inevitable, Eleven believes it's a choice. That distinction defines the finale. When Eleven finally confronts Vecna in the abyss, she doesn't do it alone, it's a group effort. Nancy becomes bait, Steve, Dustin, Lucas, and the others attack the Mind Flayer directly. Joyce delivers the final blow by beheading Vecna, cutting through years of trauma in one brutal motion. And Will's role is decisive. From inside the hive mind, he proves Vecna isn't untouchable. He takes control, tears off Vecna's arm, and strips him of the fear he's ruled with for so long. For the first time, Vecna screams in pain. The monster falls because everyone stands together. Victory doesn't mean survival for everyone. When the military corners the group and Eleven slips away, it becomes clear what she's decided. The Upside Down won't stop existing as long as she's connected to it. Her goodbye to Mike is devastating. She thanks them, she tells him she loves him, and she leaves, not because she has to, but because she chooses to end it for good. As the bomb detonates and the Upside Down collapses into nothingness, Eleven stands at the Magzi gate alone, then she's gone. Hawkins is left with silence, runes, and the cost of peace. The epilogue doesn't rush healing. Robin's broadcast captures it perfectly. Hawkins feels lighter but emptier too. Graduation happens anyway. People move forward even when someone important is missing. Mike's grieving, and Hopper reminds him that Eleven made her own choice and that living is the only way to honor it. Joyce and Hopper choosing each other, planning a future in Montauk, isn't about forgetting the past, it's about refusing to let loss be the final word. The final Dungeons & Dragons game reframes everything. The Mage of St. Markovia shouldn't be able to use magic, but she does, and Mike reveals why. Eleven survived. Callie intervened one last time, creating an illusion of death and helping her sister disappear. Eleven didn't save the world and vanish into nothing. She escaped, unseen, unknown, finally free from being hunted or needed. No one knows where she is, but the group chooses to believe she found peace. Stranger Things doesn't end by saying the world is safe forever. It ends by saying the cycle can be broken if people choose empathy over power and life over sacrifice. Eleven wasn't born to be a weapon. She wasn't meant to die to fix things. She was meant to live. And as the torch passes to the next generation in the basement, the story closes where it began, with kids, a game, and the belief that friendship is the strongest force of all.